Hello and welcome to United Real Therapy Army, Lasby Avenue. As you can hear, it looks like I've lost my voice. And what a fantastic result for Manchester United. Big protest, fantastic result for Manchester United. And none more than so. Let's see if we can do a screen share. Let me just show you guys. Present. Share screen. We'll go to this top one. And then this is the footage I took. So let's hear this. Obviously, we don't endorse those threatening behavior, but altogether, it's just a song, people. It's just a camaraderie. Big up to everybody. Love and light. And welcome to United Real Therapy. Jarvis, we thought it was going to be an extremely tough game. It wasn't. It wasn't in the second half. It got a little bit squeaky bump time. But what did you think about the game?
Yeah, I'm so happy we won. It was extremely important because now we're cementing our place in the top four, and the only threat, as it seems at the moment, is Liverpool. But they need to win the remaining games, and that's going to be hard. I was extremely happy with how Ten Hag set up the team because. He was tweaking it exactly right to break down Unai Emery's defense. We had Marcus Rashford to stretch out their defense. We had Eriksen and Casemiro, who Eriksen were hitting the ball down the channels, and Casemiro was turning play all the time. So Aston Villa didn't know how to defend, to go high or fall back. So we made it very difficult for them. And of course we had the great press from the front with Bruno and Sabitzer. So they both did an excellent job pressing the Villa defenders. The Minks was very he was dizzy at times. They had really big problems. So after a while, Unai Emery just stopped with playing out from the back and started playing more direct and long balls. So it was a great game from us in total. On the left, we had Sancho. He struggled a little bit. It was okay games. He had turns when he was playing good, but other times when he was a little bit off. So I hope he can improve, but it was okay from him. But the best thing was, of course, the goal with Rashford and Bruno. So it was an excellent finish, but he was a little bit lucky when the ball deflected over Martinez. But I'll take it. A goal is a goal. So it was enough. My prediction was 1-0. So it was as I expected. Oh, you're on mute.
Big up and welcome. Right. So let's get into more footage, eh? Tonight it's going to be a bit about footage, people. It's going to be a bit more about the footage. So let's get into a bit more footage, eh? Let's get into a bit more footage. There we go. One more for you people. One more for you lovely people. One more for you lovely people.
Sale United, fuck up home. 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 Sale United, fuck up home.
Right.
Oh dear.
The show.
Do you know why I'm laughing, bro? I imagine the crowd just started singing Rick Astley to the Glazers.
Big up to everybody. Big up to all of you tonight. Big up to everybody. Listen, talk to me. How did you see the game, Bombay? Jarvis, I agree with you. I thought today Ten Hag got it tactically. Actually, all the things that we worried about last night when we previewed the show. Last night we were worried about the Ramsey, McGinn, Dunker, and the other guy, the City guy, Costa. Is it Costa?
Yeah.
How they were going to play in this very narrow, like they're going to play with two midfielders, McGinn and Ramsey, inverted inside. First half, we bullied them, We bullied the hell out of them in the first half. I thought it was a brilliant tactics by Ten Hag. We should have scored more in that first half. Definitely should have scored more. And it was what it was, people. It genuinely was what it was. At the end of the day, we did what we had to do. I thought it was a fantastic performance. I think we should have scored a bit more goals, but that's what it was. Bombay, how did you see the game? Because by the time I got to the game, I've been out since 11 o'clock. By the time I got to the game, I was already drained. Like I walked 3 miles all the way from Deansgate to Old Trafford. And I was super drained, obviously lost my voice. So in the game, I didn't feel as tense as I usually would feel. But it is what it is. Waited over 3,000 of us waited in the tunnel. You can see all the footage from the tunnel. We sang and stayed there. And then one of the other chants was, if you love United, stay outside. You love United, stay outside. That's what it was. So big up to everybody. But Bombay, how did you watch the game? Did you watch the whole game? What did you think about the game?
Yeah, I watched it all, man. Good evening, guys. Good evening, Therapy Army. And, respect for going and protesting everybody that went. Take my hats off. Hopefully it has an impact. And God willing, Jim won't fix it. We'll get someone else. One of the best games that we've played this season. It ranks up there high with close to the Tottenham one earlier on in the year. I thought the pace at which we played how high we pressed them, how high we pushed, and I've seen that from us before this season, was excellent. Two things that I noticed today that really made me happy that I've not personally noticed before, and that I would like to see more of, was the first one, Victor Lindelof, when he was parallel with the right back, which was Delo, who had a very good game. And we were being pressed, and Watkins was on Lindelof. He wouldn't stay in that position. He'd move outside of the 18-yard box and run onto the ball that Delo was passing him. I saw that happen quite a few times. That was excellent. It's almost like the boys are thinking, well, sack it. We're going to take serious risk. And they moved into midfield. And that allowed us to get out, which was brilliant to see. And the second thing that I saw today was Bruno Fernandes doing something that I want to see Sancho and Anthony do a lot more of, especially when teams are, got men behind the ball, which was he was ghosting on the crest of the back four, making the runs in behind, which is what Mata used to do, and which is what we've been.
You're cut out, Mumbai. I think he might cut out. Jarvis, can you hear him?
Yeah. No, I can't hear him. He's out.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll come back, people. Big up. He probably got a phone call. Big up to everybody. Big up people. Big up to everybody. Love and light. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, you hear Mumbai?
Yeah, I was here. Were you not hearing me anymore?
We couldn't hear you. Start again.
Where did you? What, from the very beginning?
Yeah, from the
No,
beginning.
you're talking about Bruno.
Yeah.
So you got the part about Lindelof?
The part about Bruno, continue.
No, we didn't get the Lindelof. Start again. Go ahead.
Right. Amazing game. One thing I really liked today is when they were pressing us and Ollie Watkins or somebody's on Lindelof and Delo's got the ball, he made himself available by moving away from the defense ahead. Like he left whoever, if Watkins was on him, he left him, moved, and Delo played the ball forward and he went onto it. It's like he moved into midfield and took the ball. He didn't stay in defense. I don't know if you noticed that. That was really important for us today. That allowed us out quite a few times. And Bruno ghosting in behind the defensive line, playing on the shoulder almost from a wide position. I want to see Anthony do that more. I want to see Sancho do that more. Because when the game is tight, City used to do that really well with Sane and Sterling and stuff like that. You know, just really opening spaces, going right onto the byline. We need to do a bit more of that. And that was really fruitious for us today. Today, nobody played badly. I think Malacia was unbelievable. I thought he had a fabulous game. Casemiro's back to what we are used to. I thought he was excellent today. And if anybody's getting sold, man, it's Harry Maguire. It's not Victor Lindelof. Victor Lindelof is the second best defender with the ball at his feet. It's better than Varane with the ball at his feet. The only one better than him is Martinez. And honestly, a few things are starting to change in my mind. One of them is we have 4 centre-backs if you get rid of Maguire, because Luke Shaw can be a centre-back full-time.
Yeah.
And you might, what I'm saying there is, if there's any issues with signings or money, the fact that that's happened, you can now either buy a centre-back or go and buy a left-back. It's up to you. We have that option. I think to have those 4 that can play centrally, I can't ask for more than that. Well, that's as good as anybody, really. If everybody's fit, you know, you can't ask for more than that from a defensive back 4 in terms of centre-back. And I think if the money is tight, depending on what happens with the sale and stuff like that, the priority at one point was, when I'm looking at midfield, was we need to get somebody that's an understudy to Casemiro. We have to get defensive, but I'm starting not to think that's the priority. If I have to get one type, I will get a ball-playing midfielder before a defensive midfielder, personally, because the impact that Eriksen is having is not only giving us so much in attack, but the fact that we retain the ball, it's actually a defensive plus. And his presence on the pitch when he plays with Bruno and Casemiro, and they are behind them is not Maguire, they're not fearful. It's really impressive. And the speed and the fluidity of the football today was just so entertaining to watch. And the only thing missing, guys, you know, I'm not pissed off, but Harry Kane scores 2 goals today. Osimhen maybe scores 1 or 2 goals today. It's just the way it is. We are doing everything without a striker. We are doing all of this without a striker. So that excites me. Imagine we did have today playing like that in the first half. We could have been out of sight. You know, so the last thing is I accept the football that Erik ten Hag wants to play, which is the football that I'm excited by and I look forward to watching like today, does come with an element of risk. But you have to take that risk if you want to be a special team, if you want to compete with City and stuff like that. That's just the way it is. Sometimes we are not the finished article yet. There's room to improve. But in terms of the ball possession, in terms of midfielders pressing so well that it's hard for the opposition to transition on us so quickly. But nobody's really slicing through us and carving us to pieces. That's not really happening. It's always a quick transition and then shit, we're at 6s and 7s. But hopefully, the more we play, the more time we have, we bring a few in, the better they become acclimatized and accustomed, the more depth we have in the squad so we can rest and stay fresh. That will happen less and less and less. But that's something I'm willing to accept. Other than that, I have to say, man, Ten Hag today, fabulous team selection. He got everything right. And credit to the players. I thought they were brilliant today. And like I said, one of the best performances I've seen this season, especially that first half.
Yeah, you summed it up perfectly.
So,
You're on mute. Okay, Nuruddin is falling out. So yeah, Bombaya, you summed it up perfectly.
Jarvis, if you can hear me, what impressed you the most today?
Well, defensively, it was Lindelof. You know, the way he commanded that back line. Shaw was the pit bull, aggressive, but Lindelof, he was also aggressive. You know, Aston Villa, they put Watkins on Lindelof. I think it was on purpose, and they tried to exploit him because, you know, we have talked about it. Lindelof is when it comes to physically games, is weak. Is seen as a weak defender. But today, you know, he was brilliant against Watkins, and we got to know that Watkins is one of the best strikers in the Premier League since the World Cup. He's produced a tremendous amount of goals, and he's been the spearhead of the Aston Villa attack. So you know, it's not a simple task for Lindelof. But Lindelof, he was so aggressive. He was on the job today. He was really, he didn't give him an inch. He was pushing him up. He didn't allow him to turn at all. And the best thing is, you know, Watkins was trying to be physical, but Lindelof, he just used his body, and he didn't even give away free kicks. So it frustrated Watkins a lot today how Lindelof played, and that clearance on the goal line at the end of the game, that was phenomenal, because, you know, he was heading out. It was the same as a goal in my opinion.
Yeah.
So Lindelof was great.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, Lindelof. And to be fair, second half as well, Luke Shaw as well was really good second half as well. I thought for 20 minutes, Lindelof was just superb. I think I said it in my fan cam after on the United stand. I said it, that it's like having Martinez and Varane, how aggressive they are. it's like Lindelof has learned a lot from them. You get inspired by people, how you defend. And not having Maguire on a football pitch is a massive difference, honestly. It's a huge difference. But I thought Sabitzer played well today. I genuinely did think Sabitzer played really well today. So big up to everybody. Like, the way he used Sabitzer and Bruno was really good. Like, the way he used, because Bruno wasn't just staying out wide all the time. Sometimes he was coming short. Sometimes, you know, somebody else was going out wide. So tactically, the interchanging of positions was really, really good. But it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is, but it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. And what happens is in terms of Thursday, what type of tactics will they have? Because we know that they won and they did a brilliant job. You know, Brighton, they won 6-0 last, was it 6-0? They won yesterday. Yeah. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. We've got a couple of things, but we'll talk about it in a minute. Jim Rackers says, "Here, Matt, Paul, Matt." Nah, listen, this is just PR stuff, so we're not buying into the PR stuff. Big up Irfan's about as well. Better watch out. Let me just get these super chats. Big up to everybody. But while we wait, while I get the super chat, let's play a little bit more from the protest today. Let's play a bit more from the protest today, shall we, eh? Should we play a little bit more footage? Exclusive footage from the protest today, people. Lost
from
my
Chief Reporter, yeah. Chief Reporter, yeah.
I lost my like I said, I lost my my voice. It's crazy to be at the protest. It's crazy. Stress. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was crazy time to be there. So let me just show you. Let's share this, and then let's share this. There you go. Get a bit more.
We want place out, and we want place out. We want place out, and we want place out. We want place out, and we want place out. We want place out, and we want place out.
You see the size of the protest? How big it is? All the way down the Munich tunnel. People, you can see that. You can see that, people. You can see that, definitely. But yeah, it is what it is, people. It is what it is. I thought it was brilliant today. I genuinely did think it was a brilliant day in that sense. And it topped off by the team actually turning up. I don't know what it is. Every time we protest, I think we should protest more often. The team always turns up when Man United fans protest. But let me just get this. Big up Mupsy TV. Thank you for the super chat, bros. His defense played well today, especially Lindelof. With our best centre halves out for the season, it was important for these players to turn up, and they did. 100%. They did that. Big up Alien Tenno. Give these some props. The header clearance. Yeah, it's got to be done. Yeah, definitely. Not scoring enough goals has been a problem for us, but this time of the season, it's more important to get 3 points than have the goal difference. Now, 100%. Big up to everybody. Fan, did you watch the game? How did you see it, bro? How are you doing?
I'm good. All right, Jarvis.
Big up.
Bombay. Listen, I'm not. I have to admit, I'm still surprised watching that game. I'm still in a bit of shock. I can't believe that we played all the way for 95 minutes. I'm shocked. You know, I know we got tired in the second half. You know, the game was a very open, but I thought, because we only played a few days ago and we threw away. I thought we were going to be lucky to get a draw, but I just don't understand, where did the energy come from today? I'm still shocked. I thought that looked like a very fresh, energized. I mean, look at our press today. I was like, wow, we're actually pressing. I couldn't believe it, to tell you the truth. So, you know, we that chance that Ericsson had when he just played it across to the one other thing. Why didn't he shoot, man? You know, 1-0 up. Why didn't he just shoot? Why did he play it across? I'm still thinking about that. And that put us under a lot more pressure in the second half. But look, we beat the form team, really, in the Premier League. We beat the form team. I don't think that's the first time they haven't scored this season under Emery. I think that's the first time. Am I correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
They've not conceded. They've always scored a goal when he's been in charge. It's crazy. And to be honest with you, that header wait a second, was the header offside or was it header off? You know, when Lindelof headed off the line. Was it offside?
No.
Yeah.
The afterwards was offside, but yeah, he cleared it off the line. Well
yes,
done.
I mean, look,
the referee was disgraceful again today. That was a stonewall penalty on Marcus Rashford right in front of me. The guy
you mean
at the back of him.
Chambers handled him. You know, Chambers grabbed him. Yeah. I mean, it was a tussle, Nuruddin. I can see.
Irfan, he's nowhere near the ball. It's not a tussle. Chambers nowhere near the ball.
I know what you're saying.
He comes to the back of him and
then
throws him onto the floor.
Yes, but technically yes, but you know, in
that's
football,
the penalty, Irfan.
Yeah, I know, but
Irfan, when you come through Irfan, listen. Let me say something, right? When you come through the back of somebody in the box, that's one of the most obvious penalties you'll ever get. It's the most obvious because you're nowhere near the ball. The player's got the control of the ball, and then you're coming through the back of him. And then we win it. We win the ball again on a transition after pressing really hard.
Yeah.
Sabitzer does this to Concer's back. That puts a little touch on him. He starts rolling. Free kick. Get the F out of here. Get the F out of here with that. Referee was a disgrace. He got the most ironic chanting you'll ever hear.
Hang on. I didn't really, you know, I wasn't really thinking about his decisions because I was just sort of like, I was just shocked to see the way we played, to tell you the truth, especially in the first half. I was like, wow, this has got to be one of our best wins of the season. You know, not like a spectacular win, but a win I was very happy to see. I did not expect that performance, especially in the first half with this United team. I just didn't. And I'm like, again, it just shows our season where there's some times when we can really turn it on. But the crazy thing is, we just don't know when. We don't know when it's going to happen, do we? We just don't know. Yeah. So it was one of the best morale boosting wins that we could have, and even hanging on, even like. I thought that last minute injury time free kick. I thought, here we go. It's going in, isn't it? It's going to go in, you know. But again, you know, Lindelof, I got to give it to Lindelof and Shaw. I mean, that they showed me that they could be a pairing. If they can do that for 10 games, they could be a serious pairing, these two. You know, I know we've got Martinez and Varane, but these guys could be the perfect backup and these could switch it because I was very impressed. Sure, it keeps impressing me, but like Lindelof really impressed me today. Lindelof played like a captain. He played like a captain at the back. It was very Vidic-like in a way, you know, the way he was there. He showed fight today. You know, everyone calls him a soft touch, and he's easy to get off the ball. But I was very impressed with him. Sancho had a great game today. I thought Sancho was great today as well. Sabitzer was pretty decent as well. Casemiro had a better game than normal.
Was really good.
Very good. Very intelligent footballer. Very intelligent. Yeah, he was. And the way he
play well.
He played very well. That's what I mean. He's had a few bad games, but this was one of his best games he's had for a long time. If not one of his best performances. Very few players I wouldn't say were at it, you know. And I was very surprised. No Anthony, no Martial. I was like, wow, it's interesting.
No Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, no Wan-Bissaka. I mean, I didn't know what to make about that, but I mean, look, they gave us a game, Nuruddin. You have to admit, they gave us a game. They were not there just to flip in, you know, just coast along. I know it was a low block, but still, they're a very athletic team. They kept coming at us, but like I said, I'm still like, you know, I didn't know I'd be still this surprised like 6-7 hours later. I'm still shocked that we won that way we did. So it gives me hope. Because if we play like that, we've got a chance in the FA Cup final. We've got a bit of a chance if we can play like that. I really do think we have. Yeah. We just got to tighten up a few little areas, but that's the kind of. It's the first time I've seen United play with heart and desire. Yeah. We need to play with that kind of heart and desire.
No, I said it. Listen, we said it last night on the preview. We said that to play in a Ten Hag system, you need to play with aggression, intensity, physicality, win the one-on-one duels, and also. You have to be able to keep the ball. in bits.
Yeah.
And we saw that. We saw the ball. You have to win your individual duels. You have to be aggressive. You have to play with intensity.
Second balls, Nuruddin. Second balls.
Yeah. That's what the duels are, F, and the duels when the ball. And then the second ball, and then be able to be composed a little bit. But big up Georgie B. Georgie B. No, we have to question it. We're not questioning Eric Ten Hag overall. We're questioning tactics sometimes in certain games. Yeah. And people were right to question certain tactics.
No, if we play that against Tottenham, we would have won 4-0. 4-0, 5. We won 4-0, 5-0 if we play that against Tottenham. This is what drives me crazy. Why didn't we play that against Tottenham?
Yeah. Listen, that's what I'm saying to you. It was what it is. I don't think it was a penalty, but I saw him calling the same type of fouls inside the box. So it's a foul outside that it has to be, and the one inside. Now, 100%. To me, it was right in front of me, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Like watching it, like with this, like he just come through the back of him and threw him in the front, and I'm like, are you kidding me? That's the penalty.
Yeah, but Nuruddin, you know when two players are tussling though, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't a tussle. It's not a tussle because Rashford tried to hold him off and then he then throws him into the ground. It wasn't a tussle. It's not like 50-50 where you're shoulder to shoulder and you're both going for the ball. Rashford has got the ball at his feet and somebody comes clumsily at the back of you and does that. That's what I thought it was. But today, to me, while I was praying in the last few moments and hoping, I was like, we had so many great opportunities, and the last pass again, the last pass
always.
Guys, we are 10 short. Guys, I'm just letting you know, we are 10 short of 7,000. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can do this while we're still live. We are 10 short of 7,000. Let's see.
But Nuruddin, just think how
over 140 of you watching. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button, people. And big up to all those people that came up to me in the protest today that watched the channel. Big up to all of you. Loads of people came from different parts of Manchester, different part of the country as well to come to the protest, not even to come to the game. Some of them came to just come to the protest. So big up to every one of you, and every one of you should be proud of yourself. Yeah, there you go. Stephanie's on it. Sure, we can get to 7K tonight. Come on, people. Let's get to 7K. You deserve it.
Can I just say, Nuruddin, look how many balls we tried to play over the top. Look how many we tried.
They played such a high pressing line because that's how Emery wants them to play. He wants them to squeeze. But their press, we surpassed their press quite easily today. But the pass wasn't right. We were rushing the pass a bit too much.
The quality wasn't there.
Yeah.
And the player Rashford couldn't really control it properly.
Yeah. And that's due to fatigue, F1. Fatigue, you can see that. Honestly, when you go and watch them, see them in live, like, it's the, you see the fatigue clearly. You see it. You see the fatigue. Big up Total Ball. Ed as well before. No, Twitter won't let me have the footage, a lot of the footage on there. So you're going to have to get in touch with me on Twitter. Add me in a thing and I'll send it to you. I'll follow you back and I'll send you some of the footage from today. No problem. I'm happy to share some of the footage I took of the protest. But Twitter does not allow me to put them up somehow. It's not allowing me to put them up. That's why I had to go live on Twitter. We had some similar aggressive press with Ralph Ranieri. Yeah, for the first game.
For one game. Yeah, we had one game.
But the only fans can protect what we've got 100%. 100%, people, 100%.
Nuruddin, I was just saying about the penalty situation with Rashford. You know, if that situation had been in the middle of the ground, it would be a free kick all the way, 10 of the 10 times. But, you know, the referee should have given a penalty, in my opinion. I agree.
You know, and also, Sancho crossed the ball, and I think there was a handball. And then he didn't even check it properly. He wasn't even checking it properly. It was crazy.
No.
Yeah, my voice is gone, of course, bro. My voice is gone before I even went to the inside the game. So I couldn't even speak. I couldn't even shout in the game. But yeah. But the press today, that was a big thing today, the way we pressed them. The way we pressed McGinn and Ramsey, we did not allow, I think Ramsey had one run at Diego Dalot and they got a corner. But we didn't let Moreno sit on the ball. We didn't let Moreno, Guandia. We did not allow the connection between Moreno, Guandia, Ramsey, and Ollie Watkins to come on that left-hand side. We didn't let them. We did not allow them today. We did not allow them to connect and play a lot of those passes. We didn't allow them. And if we did, there was Lindelof threw himself and then we cleared it off the line. I think they had a couple of shots. But I don't remember De Gea making amazing saves. I don't remember because for the first 18 minutes I was outside, so I don't remember.
No.
Yeah. Bumbaye, who impressed you the most today? Who's your man of the match? Let's go to your man of the match.
Do you know what? I could give it to a few, man, but who impressed me today by their own standards, whether it's recent standards or general standards? Bruno was impressive today. I thought Malacia had one of his best games today. I thought Sancho, thing with Sancho for me, it's one of his much better games today. Did well. He showed me what I already know he has. What I'd like to see with Sancho, personally, a little bit more. When Sancho receives the ball, if you watch him, his initial thing is head down, unless he's just giving it straight back to you, to do his thing and then lay it off. But I think Sancho has got very good qualities. There's a bit of JJB football in there, if you know what I mean, with Sancho. What I want to see from him a little bit more is immediately getting his head up, maybe switching that ball. There's balls on. Bruno made a few lovely runs. He didn't even see them. That's got to be something he develops to become a top player. A top player doesn't have to rip people all the time. He has to be able to see the right pass, the right decision, and make that pass. That's the only issue with him. He's only 23, and Jadon Sancho, I'm not judging him fully yet. I know we're on a recovery journey, and today he did himself no harm, so well done to him. Casemiro was back, man, today. Proper. This is the Casemiro we know and love. I thought he was brilliant. Thought Diogo Dalot was very good today. And I think Lindelof is my man of the match, man. You know, he honestly, he was outstanding today. He really led the back line so well. And you know what, David De Gea again, guys. You know, I'm a guy that doesn't want a new keeper. I think we've got the keeper we need. I feel he's improved a lot in terms of his distribution. You see today, he makes the same pass today that he made to Maguire against Sevilla, and everything's fine. Yeah. The fact that Dave has the audacity to play a pass between two Villa players to his player, get it there. I like to see that. That's confident. That's somebody that's getting better with their passing and distribution. So a very good day on the whole, but yeah, Lindelof for me is the man.
Yeah, I agree. But to be fair, Boumbaye, we had also other players that had a brilliant game. I like to highlight Eriksen because the ball playing deep lying playmaker and regista or whatever we will call him, you know. He's so vital for the way we play, and you were touching on it earlier when you were talking about what kind of midfielder we need. Is it a ball player or is it a Casemiro backup? And for me, I think we look differently as long as Eriksen play, because he can drop down, drop his shoulder and swivel off his man and start the play going forward, and he decides the tempo, how we're going to attack. Is he passing the ball down the channels, or is he just passing it to the side and start? So he decides the tempo, and that's really important, and he does it with precision. And the way Eriksen plays, you know. I wish he was younger, because he is the biggest problem with Eriksen is he's gassing out after 65 minutes. So as soon as we take Eriksen off the pitch, we have a problem. I was okay. He played until the 75 minute today, but when Fred came on, we didn't have any progression. Basically, we were attacking much slower than we did in the first 75 minutes. So we didn't produce much in the end of the game. But okay, that's naturally because we were one goal up. But for me, we need a Eriksen replacement, or at least backup to keep playing the same way, because Fred is not the answer, if you ask me.
So you agree that with my initial assessment?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, Ericsson, I didn't mention him, not because he's not vital. It goes without saying, Ericsson. I'm looking at the guys that either surprised me, haven't been doing too good by their own standards, or have lost form. But of course, Ericsson was excellent today. And I think that's the key. If Casemiro's out, you can put Fred, you can put McTominay. But right now, the one that you just cannot replace, and when he's not there, you see the massive effect it has on us, is Ericsson. Who else? There's nobody else that can do what he is doing. And that is controlling the game, controlling the tempo. It's the passes that he chooses as well. It's the passes that he chooses.
Listen,
today he's got to find Rashford though with that pass across the face of the ball.
I don't think
he's got to find him. He's got to find him. No, he did, man. He played well, bro, in his general play, but in some key moments, by his quality, he finds Rashford with his eyes closed. Usually, I was surprised.
Yeah. Now, big up Nick Ruby.
Man.
I'll check your inbox on Twitter. I sent you some of the videos. Same to you, Jarvis, as well. And I sent some to Tom as well. Big up to everybody. Love and light people. He made some vital save to start the game. Okay, I didn't see that. Casemiro looked like back to his best today, Irfan. Looked like Casemiro of old. Not to his best, but he looked of old. No. I thought he was more involved in the game today.
He showed lots of different ways of being a midfielder. His positional awareness was back to how it should be. He wasn't getting lost, It wasn't like, having to, the guys strolling past him. He made a lot of interventions, and he also spread the ball. Like he also was acting like playmaker, like Ericsson was as well, And then he's also getting in the box to have shots. So it was a very, very good performance. I mean, look, just going back to Ericsson a second. We all used to watch Ericsson a lot when he played for Spurs. And to be honest with you, this is not the same Ericsson that Spurs had. Let's be honest about that. It isn't. Because what it is what we're missing is a goal output, because he used to score a lot for them. And we're missing, we're just missing the offensive edge of the guy. We've got a little bit of his passing game left, but he doesn't have the same engine, and he doesn't have the same output that he had for Spurs. So, I mean, I know he's a sort of one-off player that we have, but I just wish I could get a little bit more out of it. I wish it was just a couple of years younger, like you said, or a little bit closer to what Spurs had, just a little bit more, But Casemiro and him together, they were. Am I not muted? Yeah, I thought they both looked pretty good today. They both complement each other very well. Obviously, Casemiro's got more defensive duties, but we just look solid. We didn't look open. We didn't look like you're going to run through us. You just didn't. And they had to work hard to get through our lines, to get through past our midfield, to get to our defenders. So I was quite impressed. And they're a fast, athletic team, but they got schooled today. I mean, I think, like I said, Sancho schooled Young, and it was a good physical performance. I don't think it was an amazing technically gifted performance by us, as in in terms of chances created, etc. But Casemiro, when he's solid, we look a much better team. We just look a completely different team. And again, I think it's just taken him 3 or 4 games to get back in the groove. It really has. It's just taking him time. I think today was the game where some players who haven't been playing, have come back from injury. They started to click a little bit more. They started to get into the groove a bit more. And I mean, I'm not making excuses for the Spurs game, but I mean, I don't know what Ten Hag said, but he did something, because I was surprised, like I said, with the formation, I don't know. Why was Wan-Bissaka out again? What was the reason? You're muted and already muted.
I think he's been non-stop in it since the World Cup.
So it's a rest, yeah. So, like I said, I was very surprised by the sort of lineup. I was even gave like I said, he gave Anthony a rest, but we look solid today. I'm glad that Sabitzer was on it, and like I said, I'm really glad that Casemiro was on it. I'm really glad. We need Casemiro to play like that for every game from now on. And
I think the biggest thing for me is that we nullified their McGinn and Ramsey. That was the most impressive thing. And Guandia. Those 3 are the 3 that make them thick.
But can I just say though,
They almost play like a 4 in a diamond in midfield.
Yeah, you were saying it yesterday. You said it last night in the preview. I get that. It's some views. It's a very dynamic midfield. It is. It's very. I mean, Good Evening knows what he's doing to a degree. You know, he does. He's not stupid. This guy. But the thing is, like, when I look at the game, like, the more I think about it, I'm saying to myself, we sort of nullified them, and we made them look a little bit ordinary. And the way they've been. I mean, look, they bossed. Do you watch the game where they bossed Newcastle? Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
I watched the game. So, I mean, I was very surprised. So, you know, they came on a high, and that must give us a lot of confidence. I'm really hoping it does G us up. Now, you know, the question is, and someone said it in the comments, but why are we like that at home? Why are we so frail away, but we're like that at home? What's the question, Nuruddin? Why at home? Why are we a different team at home? What is it?
I don't know. The biggest thing is that, Irfan, I don't know what it is. I think it's the crowd. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's to do with
Really?
the crowd.
We were under. If you remember,
I think it's to do with the crowd.
In years gone by, we were awful at home and much better away.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it just depends on where you are as a team. One of the hardest things I think that any manager that took this job was gonna face was to rebuild the confidence and almost air of arrogance and invincibility that used to permeate Old Trafford in the great teams that we had with Sir Alex, because everybody associated from those eras is no more. If it's players and staff and, you know, even people that used to make this, Martin Edwards, David Gill, they're all gone. So you need to rebuild that mentality. And that's difficult to do. I think it will come, but that will take some time. And, you know, this team has had a really grueling season. We've had some very key injuries and we have no striker. So when you consider all that, and what we're managing to do and achieve, and it was on all fronts, you know, up until a bit ago, we've won our trophy. It's very good. And today was a pressure game, and we didn't bottle it. Today was a big pressure game. You know, you got Liverpool won, Newcastle won, so the boys whacked it out of the bag, man. It's getting there. It's getting there. But it's another thing you have to accept, I feel, in a process like this, under the circumstance that there is going to be a level of inconsistency until we get a few more players in, consolidate what we've got, and just keep moving and working forward.
No, 100%, 100%. Mick Ruby, jump on. Eski, Sel, I've sent you the link. If you want to jump on, guys, big up to everybody. You know what? That, to me, tactically, obviously we have to have the aggression, but what I loved about Erik ten Hag today was that he nullified their threats. And it was crazy how much they were playing the high line. If the team wasn't fatigued, I think we could have got through and scored more goals today. I think Martial would have finished one. Now, I'm saying that I missed the first 18 minutes of the game. So, you know, because I stayed outside with about 3,000-4,000 people outside. We were in a tunnel singing our hearts out. 10 away from 7,000 people. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. 150 of you in here. Like the video because it gets the algorithms and lets people know about the show. Big up to all of you. Yeah, I'm not going to get into the propaganda of what it is. Radcliffe is a rat. That's all it is. He's a rat, and he wants to get into bed with the Glazers. Then so be it. But I'd rather focus on the football. Big up the fan who threw the Glazer out scarf under the pitch. Big up if you're not seeing that footage on Twitter. Erik ten Hag picked it up. So big up to Ten Hag for picking up the scarf. I don't know if you saw it. He's picked up the scarf, the green and gold scarf, and threw it back to the fan. But honestly, much happier with Casemiro today. Big up to Mick, Man UFC Realist. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Really appreciate you. But yeah, check your Twitter. I've sent you the link on Twitter. Big up to everybody. But yeah, I just, like I said, it was a great day because the protest was good. So I already felt it was so much like having a collective frustration and how much the Glazers have done. I can't tell you. There weren't many people drinking today at the protest, honestly, because sometimes you think majority of those lads will be all pissed. It wasn't. It was a very surreal thing. It was quite spiritual as well. to be with thousands and thousands of people chanting the same things. You know, even though I don't like the Glazer, you know, when a Glazer's gonna die chant, it's just the way it's a way of frustration expressing it. I don't think anybody wants to kill Joe Glazer, but we just want him to leave our football club. We need them to leave our football club. We don't want them to hold in on like leeches, literally leeching on more. And Jim Radcliffe can do one. Nuruddin, you need to do a new stream. Tomorrow, we'll do it. We'll discuss it. Big up, Mick. How you doing, bro?
Doing? How's your voice?
Yeah, voice is gone. It was so funny. I walked in, when I went through the turnstile. As I walked in, they were like, "Are you all right?" And you can see I'm drained.
You're right.
I'm a bit drained, but it's, you know what? It's all worth it. I'll do it 100 days in a row if it meant that the Glazers will forever be gone from this football club.
Oh.
How did you see the game? How did you see the game?
You didn't see the game. Well,
how did you see the game? How did you see the game?
It was just a perfect crescendo on the beautiful protest, to be honest. Like, you know, it was it was the kind of response that I was expecting from the boys, to be honest. Like, you know, there was no way they could turn it down and bottle it, barring that we had the protest and everything was going. So me and Jarvis we were talking about this game the other day, and we were talking about Mr. Good Evening. It was Mr. Good Night. I mean, let me put it like this. Ralph Ragnick left the gegenpresser, in the locker room and left. We picked up the press, the iron press, and we literally just pressed Unai Emery's shorts in this game. We were resolute from get-go. You know, I think they had 3 shots on targets, right? You know, the back line was solid. Malacia was like a pit bull on a bone, right? I remember Saka, Lindelof. That back four was amazing, right? Midfield, Casemiro is back. He's back. He had a couple of stinkers, but he's back. He put in a fucking great performance. Sorry for swearing.
No, listen, don't apologize.
Yeah,
no,
but for me,
as long as it's not the first minute, as long as it's not the first couple of minutes of the stream, you can swear all you like.
Yeah, but I was nervous, like 1-0 down, because 1-0, 2-0 is always the most dangerous score, according to my opinion. 1-0, we had him. It was in cruise control. I wasn't worried, to be honest. We didn't even sit back and invite pressure. We kept it going. We were pressing high line. They were pressing high line, but you can tell within the first 10 minutes, we figured out where the spaces are, like, you know. We play direct. The register Ericsson, what you say, Casemiro found through balls to Rashford, played out to the wing to Sancho's. Sorry, but it's also worked that Bruno Fernandes played on the right wing because they gave him a sort of a free range of roaming. So it was a great game to be honest, like, you know. And knowing that we have 6 games left, that 3 points was massive, according to my opinion. You know, is top 4 solidified? Yeah, according to my opinion, yeah. It is there. It's there.
I think we need to win a couple of more games. So who have we got at home left to come? Chelsea. Who else have we got home to come?
Chelsea's toothless at the moment.
Let me check. Let me just check the fixtures.
I think Liverpool today, that type of win is, you know, it really lifts the whole place. I don't know if you saw the game. They were 3-0 up after I think 17 minutes.
Less than that.
Richarlison scores in the 93rd or 94th minute, and then he actually makes the mistake, and Liverpool win 4-3 in the 96th minute.
Oh.
That kind of thing there galvanizes a team's belief seriously. That's what is the last fear. I don't think Villa are a fear anymore after today. I think Tottenham is finished. I think the only one left now. Yeah, I think the only one left for me now that looks very resurgent. Everybody's back at the right time for them. They've changed it. Arnold's moved into midfield now. Jones is coming. He was the man of the match. He was excellent today. Is Liverpool. You know, so I think with 6 games to go, let's see what happens in the next 2 games. Then I might be right next to you, Mr. Ruby.
So at this moment in time, I can tell you Liverpool have got 56. Yeah. United have got 63.
One less
how
game.
many points have we had of them there?
7.
I'm just looking.
7 points ahead, yeah. 7 points ahead at this moment in time.
Yeah, one game less played than Liverpool.
Yeah. Listen, to me, the games in hand mean nothing to me. I'd rather have the points on the board.
Yeah.
So yeah, 7 points. Man United are clear. So our next game, we got Brighton, then West Ham away, then Wolves at home. So this is the games that Man United need to do something.
Oh, that's Brighton away as well.
Yeah. So the Brighton on
that's the key. That's the one there. You lose that one, Liverpool win, then we go down to 4 points with the game in hand. It's still a good cushion, but as the net closes, the pressure seems to increase.
Yeah, we got 2 away games. We got Brighton away and West Ham.
Was a crucial win for me today. So Thursday, and then we play on Sunday. Sunday at 7:00. That's a bit weird. Sunday 7:00. And then we play on the 13th. So if we get through West Ham, if we can get 4 points out of West Ham and Brighton, and then we don't play till maybe 6 days later on the 13th of May.
13th of May, it's Wolves at home,
Wolves.
yeah.
So that's the game, innit? That's the game. So
and then we finish off with Fulham as well, right?
Brighton don't get beat. We cannot get beat at Brighton. And
28th of May, we finish off at home at Fulham. Final game, right?
Yeah. And then we've got Bournemouth. Bournemouth are safe now. So Bournemouth are 13th in the league now.
Yeah.
We've got them on the 20th Saturday. So, and then we've got Chelsea on the 25th. That game's been rescheduled. And then we got Fulham at home, last game of the season, 28th of May. Yeah.
So in exactly 4 weeks, we have to find something to do.
Yeah. I mean, when I saw the lineup first, I was a little bit like, oh, what is going on here? What's going on? Like, I was contacting Joyce. What's going on here, right? But it kind of made sense. Like, he had a look at it. He assessed the whole squad performance on Thursday and said, no, this is not working. Let me work in like in Malacia. I was surprised that Aaron Wan-Bissaka was not playing against Moreno and all them jazz. But Dalot was fucking good, to be honest, right? So it worked out. The tactics was spot on. In-game management substitution, of course, when Maguire came in, I see all the PTSD fans going to it. Oh no, the fridge is coming in, right? But it was a tactical, astute move to eliminate the aerial duels, and it worked.
It did. So listen, let me just calculate. Windy asked, can someone confirm if Liverpool win their games, how many points will United need? Is it 9 more points? So United need 71 in it. We worked out last night, 71. And that if we win our next three games at home, if we beat Chelsea, we beat Fulham and Wolverhampton, that's 9 points. That takes Liverpool cannot get 72 points. So I think that gives us 72 points, if I'm not mistaken. So at the end of the day, Liverpool cannot finish higher than us.
They are a little bit of
three games at home.
They're not mentality monsters this season. They're a little bit of a yo-yo team, to be honest. They go up and down. Like, they beat us with 7. We're not going to talk about that. We already passed the 7-up thing, right? And then they go and lose, and they've just been all over the shop. So how many games do we have left? 6, right?
Yeah, so we got 6. So we got Brighton on Thursday.
We won 3 more.
Then we go to West Ham. Then we go to West Ham. Then it's Wolverhampton. Then it's Chelsea. Then it's Fulham. Then it's the cup final. Second.
So I think we need to win 3 more games. If 3 more games elapse, but that's it. It's game over.
It's game over, Red Rover.
Yeah, and I'm so happy that Southampton are going down. Their fans thought they were bad. Honestly, I'm a peaceful guy at the football games. Their fans thought they were the shit. The way they were giving me grief for no reason, absolutely no reason. So guys, I'm so happy that they're going down. I really would like Leeds to join them. And Leicester as well. Maybe Leicester. No, not Leicester. I don't want Leicester.
No, come on, man.
You know what? I'd rather have Leeds. I don't like West Ham either. Maybe West Ham.
Guys, just a hypothetical speaking, right? We're currently sitting on 63 points, right? With 6 games to play. If we win all those games, we finish off on 81 points, which is the magic number to finish off 80.
That would be amazing.
That'd be amazing.
That would be an incredible season of finish.
That would be the second best season since Jose.
Jose
did 83.
Jose got 82, didn't he?
83.
Hose me down, Jose.
Jose, not Jose. He's not Spanish. He's Portuguese. It's Jose.
I know. I'm just pulling it like that. Yeah. That's fine. 81 points, that'd be brilliant, but that's not going to happen. Just keep it real. game by game.
Game by game, man.
There you go. Listen. Please subscribe to the channel. We're 10 away from 7,000. Smash a like on the video as well. Gets the algorithm up. There's nearly 200 of you in here. Big up to everybody. Like and subscribe, people. 10 away. And the Alien Tenno says, there's no way I'm fucking watching. I'm watching cricket when the season ends. You know it. The pre-season will start anyway. Hey, I'm going to be watching the Women's World Cup. It's in Australia. It's in New Zealand anyway. So I'll be watching that, supporting it. And big up to Man United women as well. Came back yesterday on Friday. They won on they won on Friday. They were 2-1. They were
It was
1-0
against Villa.
down.
It was against Villa.
Yeah, against Villa 3-2. So they were 1-0 down, 1-1. They were 2-1 down, 2-2,
Yep.
and then they got a winner in the last minute. And
That's
it
right.
reminded me like a Steve Bruce.
It was a Steve Bruce header. It was a Steve Bruce header. That
Honestly,
was. I saw it.
He
Yeah.
absolutely planted it in that bottom corner, and United still top of the league, mate. Top of the league. Get out of
Top of the league.
Top of the
City
league.
are chasing them. Virgin. City are chasing them. City.
I know,
And
City
Chelsea
chasing. Yeah,
chasing
no problem, man, no problem. And they're through to the cup final as well, playing Chelsea. So it'd be an incredible season for them as well.
Somebody should be covering the women's league as well, right? To be honest, as a YouTube channel, I don't see anyone doing it, right?
Say it again.
Is anyone covering?
No, they do it. They do it. My friend
They're doing it
Natalie's
now.
involved in it. Yeah.
Brilliant.
My friend Natalie, we invite her on the channel now and again. We need to change Maguire's name to the fridge, as you never switch the fridge up. What is God? Big up Nick Nash's next Man United fixture Thursday. Brighton, Sunday the 7th, West Ham, 13 Wolves, 20th Bournemouth, 25th Chelsea, 20th. Yeah. We're away at Bournemouth for that game as well. But I'm so happy. You got to give it up to Gary O'Neill. You got to big up Gary O'Neill. Everybody said they were going down. They're 13th tonight. 13th. That's where they are tonight. Big up to Bournemouth, man. Honestly, that guy did it, man. He did it somehow. There was a period when they were way out of it. Then they went on this crazy slump. And then somehow he's found some big wins at home as well. And away. So big up to him, honestly, Gary O'Neill. I remember when he used to play, he was one of the most mouthiest little players.
He was
one of those cocky little guys. But you know what? Big up to him, man. I'm so happy for him.
Do you reckon Everton's going down with Leicester and Southampton, or what do you reckon?
To me, if Everton lose tomorrow, I already told Everton fans, I've got like.
They seem to be in a rush to go down the way.
And I've already told them. I've said to them, if you get beat tomorrow night, you're going down. And I did. You know what they said to me? F off, get the hell out. One of them dashed me out. She dashed me out of it. She was like, get out. I'm not having that talk. You talk about my Everton like that. Irfan knows there. Sheila, if you know, you know. But one of my neighbours is the biggest diehard. She's the diehard of Antonio.
Yeah, she is.
From Highton. And she's like, get out. She's like, jammy, Man United. I'm like, jammy. We weren't jammy today. We missed sitters. We missed chances. So many opportunities. We should have won today. Big up.
At least.
Hit a like, Stephen, for the look likes. Rick Astley. Jarvis. That's how it was, honestly. So yeah, I've asked Jarvis, who was your man of the match? Lindelof, yeah.
Lindelof. There were so many. So okay, to make a discussion. Okay, I would say my man of the match was Eriksen, maybe.
No, Eriksen.
I'll give it to Casemiro. I give it to Casemiro.
Okay, Casemiro. So Bumbaye said Lindelof. Irfan, who was your man of the match today?
Gotta be Lindelof. You know, come on, Nurdin. You know when you're not like you used to be first team. Used to be the first guy picked for a few years, and then you're demoted. Like, look, compare his performances to Maguire to come back and be strong last game and this game. Really, I mean, look. You know, I think he impressed me a lot today. I knew he was on good form, but he really impressed me today. But
mate, when you had your divorce, like you go to therapy, like, you know, this channel therapy as well, like you come out as a better man. And this is Lindelof who we're seeing right now, like after this divorce.
Yeah, the divorce from Maguire. He hasn't got to worry about Maguire anymore. That's it, you know.
Yeah.
It's like he's out of jail, basically. Yeah.
Free, set me free.
Mickey, who was your man of the match today?
Fellow
Swede, Iceman.
Listen, 100%. But I just want to say the man of the match is the global protest. To be honest, that's it. You know, the crowd, because the protest took the.
I was man of the match today.
Yeah, you were the man of the match.
You and the rest of the diehards, yeah. And it was raining as well, Miriam. It was raining as well.
I wanted to jump.
I got soaked right through.
He didn't, honestly, when I looked at it, it was raining and hard raining. It didn't stop raining today.
Yeah.
Typical Manchester today.
Man, we saw you, man. We saw you. We were sitting in the studio. We were covering it. And we just literally wanted to jump in through that TV screen and join you guys. But you know what I'm saying? Because that atmosphere, you took it into the stadium and that crowd was electric. It was like 12 men on the pitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
It helped the team 100%. But, you know, honestly, I echo what everyone's saying. Lindelof, and he's actually a header at the end of the day. But don't even forget David De Gea. You know, he did the Spanish bull Pamplona, right? Run bull, right? When he headed the ball outside the sideline. Like, I've never seen De Gea do that.
And you know what? For the first time, he came out on the corner when they swung it and he punched it. And I was like, you can do that instead of being a little mouse in there. Like a little scared mouse, you could actually fight for that ball.
Did he do it a few times, Nuruddin? Didn't he do it more than one? He did it a few times, didn't he?
Honestly. I missed the first 18 minutes, so I don't know that. But after the 18 minutes, that's what I saw. Big up Yummy Cases, big up Nuruddin. Apparently, I heard you on Sky Sports HQ of Manchester United was moved from the UK to Cayman Islands by the Glazers. And doing so, they would pay taxes. They wouldn't pay taxes.
Cayman Islands, where you put your money, where you want to hide your finances, you put them in the Cayman Islands.
Cayman Islands, they're registered. Manchester United. Actually, a friend of mine went on a holiday to the Cayman Islands, and he went to the Manchester United office. He said, "It was like, what the hell is this?"
He's
a United fan as well. He was like,
"It's
what
just a PO box, basically."
Yeah. Smash the like, people, and subscribe to the channel. We're 10 away from 7,000. 10 away from 7,000. So 10 away, and it's nearly 200 of you in here. Big up to everybody. Love and light. But yeah, the protest, like I said, it was very moving, very spiritual, and it was very harrowing, like, to see all those people, man, turned out. And the Munich tunnel was shut down, honestly. The Munich tunnel is quite long. It's really long. And from both ends, it was rammed. And the singing and the flares and everything. I've sent you the videos, Jarvis, and
Nick. I will have a look. I just spoke to Mike as well, the Shawarma King. He met you as well.
Yeah. No, it was amazing.
He said it was amazing, man. Everyone that turned up.
Honestly, it was amazing. But yeah, tactically, you got to give it. You have to give it to Erik ten Hag today. I thought he absolutely, because none of us seen it coming. Today, he earned his bread because he did that. He matched their numbers in midfield today. And that was the biggest key, because that's what we were worried about. Worried about Ramsey and McGinn and how they play with Costa and is it Kendonka, whatever his name is?
Dendonka, yeah.
Yes, so the way they go. But today we pressed the hell out of them. Yeah. And on the transition, if we just had that pass, the final pass, we would have scored 2 or 3. If that game was 2 or 3-0, it would have been, all right. Because the first half, I thought we dominated it. We literally dominated
100%. He had Unai Emery's number, definitely. Like he dialed in, 100%.
Yeah. Just to say to Nish Nash, I don't want to rest Casemiro for any games. Casemiro, from the way we've seen him, is the guy that needs to consummate games.
He needs continuity.
Yeah. He needs that. I wouldn't rest him. Honestly, I'm not going to rest him because he looks so, when he coming back from the suspension and stuff like that, he looks so. And today he looked like himself. He ran around, he put tackles in, he played a couple of really good passes, he was fighting, he was hustling, and big up Fred when he came on. Obviously, I slated him, and like I said, I'm always honest. Fred McGuinn, that's what we needed to do, because what they did was they bought on somebody to go on the left-hand side, I think Traore. They bought on Traore and put McGinn inside in midfield, and they took off Buendia, and I was like, when they took off Buendia, I was like, thank you so much. Good night, good evening, and good night. Because when they took him off, I was like, yes. But they put McGinn deeper to try to play the balls. And Fred came on, and Fred stuck it to him, got the yellow card.
He was a dog. He was a dog.
Like, literally was right on him. So that is really important. Really, really important.
Yeah.
No. Does anybody?
But you can see the fatigue, guys. I can't stress it enough. You have to go to the stadium to see it. Honestly, anybody who's at the game, ask them. You can literally see the fatigue, the way they are making the wrong decisions. They're making the wrong decisions. Big up Jarvis. Jarvis, is that the window? Is it still light in Norway?
Yeah, you can see out the window now. It's 11:30 in Norway at night, and there's still light outside.
Really?
So
Wow.
What time? He lives in the north. Is in the north.
Yeah,
He lives in the north.
yeah,
area.
it's
in the
11:30. So they're an hour ahead. Yeah, but wow.
Yeah.
So you-
But that's how it is. And you know what? Sometimes in the summer, it's only 2 hours of darkness.
Actually,
or 1
wait a
hour of
second.
darkness.
Is it Iceland that's 24 hours daylight? Which
Yep.
which one is 24 hours? Iceland, yeah.
we have 24 hours of daylight.
Yeah. In summer, you have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There's
Whereas,
nice
in
there,
summer,
there's
it's
in
like
a
24
couple
hours
of weeks, you
daylight.
will see on my next couple of streams there will be sun outside.
That's crazy. Oh,
Wow.
I live
my
outside
God.
Gothenburg in Sweden, so we also have the same thing. Like in the summer, it's like a little bit of a dim, right? A little bit of a dim.
Yeah.
That's about it. It doesn't get dark.
Wow, wow.
Weird.
That's crazy. That's crazy. The Scandinavian brothers, here.
Yeah, Scandinavia.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I couldn't live there in the winter. I've got family.
I've
family in
been Oslo about 3-4 times in the summer. It's very beautiful in summer. I was
Beautiful,
quite surprised. Yeah.
Quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's always been strong bonds between Man United and Scandinavia. We have
Big,
had
big,
course,
yeah,
plenty
of
of
course.
Scandinavian players. So
Listen,
So,
I remember Franz Tyson, Arnold Muren, the Dutch guys. I remember those guys. You know, obviously it's like, you know, the thing has always been very deep. Football in Scandinavia has always been, from a childhood, it's always been very strong. So you know,
Yeah.
you know, we always know it's either Liverpool or Manchester United. We know
But
that.
the thing is, when I grew up, right, I was watching Swedish state television, and they were the first one to broadcast Premier League like every Saturday, right? So I grew up with that thing, right? And you know, we had numerous Swedish players like Jesper Blomqvist that played for United. We had Bojan Georges that was there as well. Who else did we have? Henrik Larsson was there on a beautiful Spelloin from Rangers. You know, so we
What
do
was
have.
the blonde in the World Cup '94? What was the blonde Swedish player? What was his name?
Oh yeah,
Which one, Neri? That's half the team at least. That's
Thomas Brolin.
Thomas
Brolin,
Brolin.
yeah.
What a
Brolin.
player he
Oh
was.
yeah,
Oh, my
Brolin with
God.
the long hair. Yeah, the locks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the
Thomas
goalkeeper
Brolin.
Ravelli,
What a
the
player.
crazy guy.
But
Oh, yeah,
I must
yeah,
say,
yeah.
guys, I must say, Denmark,
Thomas
for
Dahlin.
me, the Laudrup brothers are the most
Laudrup,
talented
yeah.
footballers from
Oh
Scandinavia.
yeah.
Michael Laudrup,
Yeah.
Brian, or Michael Laudrup for me. Michael Laudrup, if
Yeah,
he
but
played,
he was the
played
he
for
was the,
Brazil, Argentina,
he was
if
a he was
played
a prince of La Liga. He was La Liga's
Germany,
prince. He was, yeah.
he would be up here, honestly. I can't say it
Mhm.
enough.
Syria,
guys,
Syria,
listen.
through Syria here.
Yeah, guys, we've come to the end of the stream. I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm
Yeah.
shattered. So it's been a
Cheers.
pleasure. Big up to you. It was fantastic. Big up to everybody, all of the panel. Please go and check out Mick Ruby's channel. What's it called? Manchester United Realist. Is it called the Realist?
MUFC Realist TV.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted
Realist
too.
TV.
I've been streaming multiple streams whole day.
Yeah,
Yesterday, just streaming, getting the message out. So big up for everyone that came and
yeah, man,
supported.
big up.
We
big
had
up to you and
4,000. We
Jarvis,
had
man.
4,000 people live
Oh, brilliant.
watching,
Wow,
and Jarvis
wow.
is on as well supporting. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
that's
cool.
amazing.
And
That's
Killian as well.
amazing. That's what we need. Big up to every one of you. 100%. Big up. Like this is a
You
global thing.
you know the
It's
what
a
you
global effort.
you know Scandinavians that fly into Old Trafford. You've seen them many times.
Yeah. So many.
Yeah.
There's a lot, you know. It's not a few. There's a lot of people that come from Scandinavia every time to every home game. I'm shocked at how many when I see. Sometimes I'm like, wow. There's a lot of them, man.
Listen, we'll do it. Listen, we'll do it in the pre-season. We'll do it when the season ends. We'll do it in the Scandinavian United Scandinavian 11. We'll do it. We'll do it definitely.
Good one.
We'll do it definitely. Big up to everybody. But yeah, so
Big
go and check out Man UFC Realist TV. Jarvis Cocker is at Bowley, BOLE 77 on Twitter. Bumbaye, you can only find him on here. Irfan Rainey at Irfan Rainey on Instagram, music, and also a lot of politics on Twitter. Shout out Imran Khan, man. Big up to Imran Khan. I hope he's surviving all the madness of what's going on.
Yeah.
But big up to everybody in the panel. Let your friend know, your nan down the road know, let her friend know. We're 10 short of 7K people. So let's go. Become part of the therapy army. Like I said, we can only do what we do. Oh, is it 7,000? Have we reached it? Have we reached 7,000? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see if we reach 7,000. Let me
How
have a
you
look.
know? How do you know already now? Where can you check?
You can check on
YouTube Studio.
Hey, we are.
Hey, celebration!
Hey!
Breaking news!
What's up, everybody.
Breaking
wow.
news!
Everybody, man.
Cherry on top of the cake.
Round of applause for therapy.
What a day,
Army.
what a
Big up to
Sunday.
every one of you. Big up. Absolutely big up
Seven.
to everybody. Big up
Big
to everybody,
seven.
man. Big up Haroon
Big
Sharif,
seven.
man.
Lucky number 7.
Man, big up, man. You know what? It's doing 7 without clickbaiting anybody. It's doing 7 by staying genuine. It's doing 7 when being raw and real, and sometimes screaming and shouting and ranting. But it is what it is. I'm not here to change for anybody, and I don't want anybody to change.
Quality beats quantity, man.
It definitely quality over quantity. Yeah.
So big up to everybody, man. Big up to everybody. We're on the road to 10K now. 10K, we'll do a party. We'll have a party when it's 10K, people. We'll have a little party, but big up to everybody. Honestly, this is much as for you as anybody else, because to me, what matters to me is the community. I'm not asked about Big On. It's about the community.
Yeah,
and the community is hilarious. It's funny. We challenge each other. We pick on different arguments. But I like the variety of opinions we get on here. Forever the optimist, forever the pessimist, Jarvis, the calm, cool, collected, Irfan, me and him get into it. We get into it in real life as well. If you knew how we argue about politics and everything else, it's crazy. And then obviously Mick is coming part of the community, so make sure you go and subscribe to his channel. Is it Man USC Realist TV?
Yeah. I'm also big into geopolitics as well, like you guys, and I'm a realist in certain ways. So.
Yeah. Big up. Listen, big up, brothers. Big up to everybody. And big up to everybody who comes on here. Big up to Ariane Rashid. Big up to Malcolm. Big up to everybody who makes a compute. Big up Eski. Big up to Sean Thomas. Big up everybody who comes on here. Big up to Otis. Big up everybody, man. Everybody's welcome in here for me.
And everyone in the comments as well. Everyone who tunes in every week. Most important as well.
Yeah.
Listen, we've got the best comments in here, man. Honestly, the best, the funniest. Big up to our Claire as well. I'm sure she was enjoying that today. Big up to Claire. Love and light, people. I need to rest his voice. I need to try to get so big up, love and light. Take care, people. And we'll catch you tomorrow, hopefully, with Saeed and Tom while we do the podcast. We'll be talking more about the United takeover. We'll be talking about the rat that is Jim Radcliffe. But love, light, win, lose, draw. Radcliffe, the rat out, Glazers out, bankers out. Come on, United. Get in. Eric Ten Hag in, we believe. Come on. I'm shitting my pants for Brighton. I'm shitting my pants for Brighton. We'll see. Take care, people. Love and light.
Cheers.
Peace.
Take care.
Take care.
Good night, guys.